welcome! I am the Overlord, and this is Crack-A-Pack, a show where I open various Magic the Gathering booster packs and other sealed products, and today is part 2 of our bundle Crack-A-Pack. That's right, what you see in front of you is the MVPs from the last 3 packs that we opened from this bundle. As you can see, we have some exciting stuff, we have some good stuff, and we have some not so great stuff. But I think these packs today can do a lot better. So let's go ahead and clear this out and see what good stuff we have left to crack. We're starting things off with this episode pack with the Contraband Kingpin. For 2 mana, it's a 1/4 with lifelink, and whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. This is pretty powerful in an artifact deck. It has a solid body. A 1/4 for 2 mana isn't too shabby at all, and the lifelink and the scry is a nice little bonus. If you're in blue and you're in black and you have lots of artifacts, I'd consider running one of these. Perpetual Timepiece for 2 mana. It's an artifact that has tap. Put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then you can pay 2 and exile it to shuffle any number of target cards from your graveyard into your library. This one's kind of a weird one. Maybe you can find some neat uses. Maybe you use it for Laboratory Maniac. Maybe there's some other tricks that you have up your sleeve. Maybe it's good to put some garbage cards that you put from your hand back into your library and shuffle that around. You know, it's a shuffle effect, so who knows? But it's certainly a perplexing one at that. And then we have the Speedway Fanatic. This is a great turn 2 drop. It's a 2/1 with haste, and whenever it cruises a vehicle, that vehicle gains haste until end of turn. Always good. Turn 2 Speedway. Turn 3 into Pain Train, and you're gonna be a tough opponent to beat. Have a servo token. Have a pretty looking swamp there. And so far for this bundle, the bar has been pretty low, but that's okay. I think we can do a lot better than last time with this. Rashmi, Eternity's Crafters. See, I told you. Just about hanging in there and being optimistic. For 2 blue and a green, she is a legendary elf druid, 2/3. Whenever you cast your first spell each turn, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a non-land card with a converted mana cost that's less than that spell's, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you don't cast the revealed card, put it into your hand. So either you get free value by getting an extra spell when you cast the first spell of your turn, or you get to draw a card, which isn't too shabby either. Awesome. Great way to start things off. Already doing better than that last pack. Well, let's see if we can keep it up. Alright, we have another foil. That means it could be a masterpiece. You want to see it, I want to see it. But let's first talk about the Wisp Weaver Angel here. For 6 mana, it is a 4/4 flying, and when it enters the battlefield, you may exile another target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. It's pretty expensive for the flicker effect, but if you have something that you can really go to town on it, maybe you just use it for a Reflector Mage to get to bounce a couple of things that your opponent has. Then it can be some good value. The Demolition Stomper's up next. Stomping his way is a 10/7 that can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, but it is a 6 drop to put down, and you have to crew 5. This can definitely be devastating, but the crew cost and the mana cost combined are just too much that I don't really think it'll see a lot of play even in drafts. You know, maybe you have a good story with it, but if you're from behind, this guy's crew cost is way too high to see you coming back anytime soon. Next, we have the Console Shield Guard. For 3 and a white. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Whenever it attacks, you may pay an energy. If you do, another target attacking creature gains indestructible until end of turn, and it is a 3/4. Not too bad, especially if you're going super aggro and you need to have that indestructible to prevent against some crazy combat tricks your opponent might have. Also gets you some energy. So there you go. If you're playing an energy deck, then why not, right? Ooh, we have a Chandra emblem. Maybe that's a sign of things to come. And the pretty islands. Sweet, I like those islands. We're gonna go ahead and put this foil, just rest that on the pretty islands and the emblem to give it more power while we check out what Rashmi brought to this party. Key to the City, not too shabby. It's a 2-mana artifact. You tap it, discard a card. Up to 1 target creature can't be blocked this turn. And whenever Key to the City becomes untapped, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. That's great. You get something through, sneak them in at the cost of a card, sure. But then, hey, when it comes to the untap step, you can pay 2 to get your card right back in your pocket. Returning the key to the mayor so you can borrow it again later to get stuff done. Or I don't know, make up your own lore. Key to the City, pretty great. We've built up a lot of foils for masterpieces, and I'm not going to build this one up, I'm just going to see what it is. It's a select for inspection. Alright, nice shiny foil common there. Not too much to talk about. It's a good thing I didn't build it up. That would have been what we call in the business kind of a bummer. And how will we end this second batch out of 3 from the Kaladesh bundle? We have Chandra right there. She's looking like she has some good cards in her booster pack. Let's open it up and find out. Starting off with that Harness Lightning again. You love it, I love it. Lightning strike to a creature, maybe get some energy. Pretty good stuff. Refurbish, already talked about this one too. Good for getting those sneaky artifacts, cheating them out onto the battlefield. Anything that can cheat out big creatures is always fun. And then the Yirhapur Guide. For 3 mana, it is a 3/2, and you can pay 2 and a green. Target creature you control can be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less this turn. This is pretty good for getting past all of those sneaky servos, all of those 1/1 chumps on the board. You can say like, hey, let's get your big damage people in without them being chump blocked by little 1/1 servos. Got a fancy Thropter. Got a cool blue swamp. And will this episode end as exciting as it began? Hey, not too shabby. Definitely not a mythic, but you know me, and I love these fast lands. Gotta go fast. Botanical Sanctum. When it enters the battlefield tapped, unless you control 2 or fewer other lands, and tap to add green or blue to your mana pool. There we go. That is fast. I always love these. You can always find a reason to put one of these in a deck. Gonna be super versatile. You get your mana fixing out early, especially if you're like trying to do some budget infect or something. Boom. There you go. So the second group of packs have turned out to be pretty exciting after all, after the lackluster one last week, with some good stuff. You know, the foil peel was okay, but not as good as Rashmi and the matching Fastland. Got the Key of the City to get your creatures through. A nice foil select for inspection is always a bonus. Got the emblem, which is always sweet. You know, when you crack those Chandras, you want to have the emblems to go with her for all the bling factor when you get off her ultimate. And then Harness Lightning, value uncommon, gonna be sweet and some standard burn. So if you like to craft eternities like Rashmi over here, then feel free to hit that like button and subscribe. And if you were selected for inspection before you could hit that like button, then that's okay. I'll still love you. Someone should. And you can share this with your friends and family so you can all get really excited for the next episode. The last 3 packs we're gonna open for this from that bundle. I'm saving the one extra one for something special. And that'll be super exciting, super great. You're not gonna wanna miss it. So if you subscribe, you can guarantee that you won't miss it, even if you were selected for inspection. And that's about all I have for this episode. So go now, my minions! Be free!